Hello, hello. I am Brassbeat, and yeah, this is gonna be Peggle World of Warcraft Edition. What this is essentially a freeware version of the of Peggle that was released as sort of a crossover for a certain expansion that I don't know because I haven't ever played World of Warcraft. So yeah, this is gonna be cool. There's gonna be 10 levels, then 10 more challenges that we're gonna do afterwards, and we'll make a file and get right in. All right, looks like Bjorn is all dressed up to go, and the timer is gonna start when I click adventure. So on my count, 3, 2, 1, and go. So yeah, this is Peggle. We're basically shooting balls through a big pachinko machine, and what this is. And we have to clear out all of the orange packs of the level to beat the level. Now, each level is going to have a certain layout defined for itself, but then which of those packs are going to be orange, that's going to be determined by RNG. So what you're going to see in the next level is we can start out the level by doing a precise shot like this. And that guarantees that we get the slide. And we can do the same thing on the right side. To hit one of those things, what you have to do is just hit the correct pixel. Which sounds kind of tough, but it's actually reasonably doable if you know what you're looking for. So for most of these levels, we're going to have like a bunch of shots prepared, and they're going to help us start the level out. What you also saw is these green packs over here. I didn't use the one up top, but the green packs give you all a certain specific power, depending on the character that you're using. In this case, we're assigned Bjorn, which gives us a kind of aiming guide of sorts, which maybe doesn't sound that flashy to us, but it's usually good at getting extra shots. Like a shot like that was kind of lucky, getting a bunch of those oranges quickly. But yeah, I can use the aim assist to sort of predict one more shot ahead than what I can use to than what I'm supposed to be able to do. This level, we're dealing with a bunch of like moving packs over here, so we can't prepare strats like we would normally for these movers, because then that strat would have to be frame perfect as well as pixel perfect, and that just takes and that's just a bit too precise for us. It just so happens that this game runs at 100 frames per second instead of 60. So yeah, not the easiest to do. Looks like we got a bit unlucky on this level. All right, 3 for 3 now. That should be all right if I can actually reach this one, which I'm not sure. Maybe with this bounce. There you go. Nice. So yeah, on the next level, I'm gonna do something interesting, which is not that. I'm gonna restart the level once, and a second time, and a third time. The reason for this is very sneakily, when playing from a new file, the game gives you training wheels in adventure mode of some sort. So the way that works is on the first level, you get a sort of minor aimbot effect on the when you have 6 balls left. On the subsequent levels in stage 1, this will happen when you have 3 balls left after you restarted on your third try of the level. Now let's try doing this. Oh, that didn't work out. That's a bit trouble. So usually it's the movers in the middle that are like really awful to deal with. In this case, I just got some unlucky bounces, so and sort of bad free ball luck. You start off with 10 shots, and you have like you can gain more by getting shots into the bucket like that. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can use the guide to do. Let's try this, I guess. Nice. But we didn't get the ball back. That's unfortunate. So yeah, I'm gonna have to replay this level, unfortunately. If there's any messages waiting, then.
All right, good timing. I was actually about to press the button for messages, but I wanted to point out the incentive for the next run. The run coming after this is Pizza Tower, and there's a funny little bid war going on to save or kill Snotty. Now, I'm in the fan club of saving Snotty, and I just noticed with these new donations, killing Snotty is in the lead with 80 euros and 35 cents versus 57 euros. So if you want to get a last minute snipe, put your donations to that bid war. Whenever you make a donation, maybe we can turn the tides. With that, back to you.
All right. Looks like on a second try, we get much better luck. That's just kind of how cPeggle goes. Sometimes it really has a knack on screwing you over on your first try. Oh, that was a near miss. And there we go. Nice. So we are now halfway done, and we get to see Splork. Actually not really that much of his power, because this level is just a massive meme. If we can line up those 3 slides, we basically just clear the entire level right off the top. So yeah, that's kind of the deal with this game in particular compared to the main cPeggle games. cPeggle Deluxe and cPeggle Nights is these levels, they are very gimmicky overall. On this level, we get these spinning orbs that we have to deal with, which they just find a way to do something funny with later on. But for now, since I got very lucky, deal with my greens. Splork, what he does is he causes a big explosion on the location of the green, which means that the effectiveness of Splork depends a lot on where the greens are spawning. So you may see that show up in a few levels. The next level, however, is going to be a slightly different beast, because for this level, we have some really dank strats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this level, in the precision stats that we do not besides just aiming at the correct pixel, we also have to adjust with the keyboard. If you tap the arrow keys, then you get a slight offset, and you can do this. Very dank, very cool. Right. So yeah, this level, if you have to play it normally, it's a very sloppy level. Very tough to deal with everything effectively, but as you can see, the level becomes kind of a freebie this way. This is kind of an annoying level. So we also just kind of mostly rely on strats to deal with things. That's not quite the correct one. Or at least do this. So as you can see, getting a blast on this spinning ring here, a really great shortcut as well to dealing with this level. Now, one slight issue is... Oh, that didn't work either. Maybe this. So there's like a teleporter that goes to the middle of the level. Okay, thankfully I didn't fail there. That was kind of a scare. And now for an even bigger scare, it's this level. The fight against the Lich King, or something. I don't know. I still haven't played World of Warcraft. But yeah, for this level we can use some slides on these side sections over here, but other than that, we're basically have to deal with the level on our own, which can make things pretty rough. I don't know how to deal with the last remaining orange on the middle. I'm stalling. I'm sort of waiting for the point boost to spawn in a favorable position. It hasn't so far. Let's just do this. This is much better. The point boost gives extra points, and what you can do with extra points is actually get free balls. If you score 25,000 on a shot, you get a free ball. And here we back out to the main menu to skip a cutscene, and we move on to the challenges. So these challenges all present an extra goal of sorts that we have to beat. So in this case, what we have to do is... not that. This is going to be better. You have to score 25,000 style points. You get those for doing fancy things like these long shots over here. And as you can see, we're done with that. The next challenge, we're back to the meme level. And we have to get 3 extreme slides. We already know how to do that. That's one challenge done. Now, this one is a bit of a troll level. We have to get 5 free ball skills, which is one specific style shot for hitting exactly 1 peg and going into the bucket. Now, we would really like the aiming guide of Bjorn, but the level actually forces us to play with Splork. As well as that, there's like still these spinners that we have to deal with, so yeah, it's a bit of a troll level. I'm getting not the greatest luck here, but here we can get our free ball started. Now it turns out if you get 5 in a row, then the 5th shot is a different style shot, so and then it doesn't count towards the challenge. So we do that, and then we are good to go. And now for this challenge, which is one of the harder ones, we have to score 400,000 points on this level. Usually, if you want to score big points, then the way to do that is to farm up free balls. But in this case, we... hopefully I can do this. Nice, there you go. In this case, what's going on is there's just not a lot of pegs on the level that we can free ball on, like in the last challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Bjorn to get a few long shots. And then what I'm going to do is hopefully like there's enough left to like full clear the level. If we full clear, then we get an guaranteed end of level bonus of 100,000 points. and we can get a cool clear style shot for another 50,000. And on top of that, the slide on the left here, that is, we save this for the ending to get some extra points. In this case, if we line up a pixel here, not like that. Oh dear. Hopefully I have enough. Okay, this is a bit awkward. Hopefully I have enough free balls to actually do this. Oh, not if I miss that. Yeah, this is not going to be enough points. So I will have to restart. A bit unfortunate. It's actually been a while since I failed this. Big offender is, of course, missing the pixel over here to get the slide. So yeah, we're gonna see this level again. I'm gonna try doing the same recipe, so combining some long shots with setting up for the full clear. All right, I should be good for points, but I do need, if I can actually like complete the full clear. Let's try something like this. I'm gonna take this a bit more carefully. I would have liked comboing with the other pack, but this will do, I guess. Right. All right, this looks like that's, hopefully this is enough points. All right, there we go. So now we're actually back on the same level, but in a different challenge. This challenge is kind of a bit awkward. It's, well, I say awkward, it's just, we have to just beat 5 levels in a row, which usually is kind of all right. But so far my luck in adventure mode hasn't been the greatest, and there's just we have to face 2-5 again, and as the final level in this, which is a bit mean of the game to do. But anyway, since we're mostly enjoying these repeats, I guess it's time for a message from the host.
Yes, good timing, good timing. We don't have any donations currently coming in. However, I would like to remind everyone that we are raising money for charity. We're raising money for Mind. It's a nationwide organization committed to preventing mental health issues. Mind strives to provide support to individuals and families facing mental health challenges. And all of your donations are going to Mind. Every 420 euros and 69 cents is all going to that. And did you know, if you have Twitch Prime and you haven't used it yet, you can use it here to unlock some cool, cute little emotes and show your support for the event with a bunch of new emotes. And with that, I'm back to you.
All right. That's this level done. We're back to right. It's. I actually realized I forgot to change this proc for the other level. So on most levels, Brock is just a lot more powerful than Bjorn. 1-3 is kind of an exception because there's not a lot of material and also not a lot of good spots that can give you like good blasts. But the other levels are typically much nicer with Splork. All right. It can be kind of awkward to sort of keep getting efficient shots on this level with all these spinners moving on. Typically, the way I want to do this is I want to shoot when the side that I'm going at is heading downwards. That's going to help with making sure that bounces. The ball doesn't sort of keep getting stuck in the laundromat. Right, it's this level again, so I have to make sure that... Oh, that's not right. I can't restart because this is the 5-level challenge. Oh dear. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a rough one because I feel the strat's like a big dunce, and as I said before, this is one of the hardest levels to do naturally of sorts, and now I have to live with my mistakes. All right, it looks like I got decent luck with good slides so far. If I do this, maybe I'll get a good combo. Nice. All right, that's very good luck for playing this level raw. All right, back to 2-5. We got a blast in the middle of the level, which is good luck for, which is actually solid luck for this. Of course, unlike in adventure mode, if I want, where I could reroll for good blast positions if I wanted to, I can't do that here. Nice, that's an excellent combo there. Can I reach this? Nice. And there we go, we beat the scary challenge. Alright, now we move back to page 1, and on this challenge what is going on is there's more oranges than usual. We have 55 oranges to clear out instead of 25 to beat the level. This level is a bit, is slightly awkward for this, it makes it a bit harder. Usually, it's not such a big deal to have to deal with many oranges, and in the main game we actually get more masters, more characters to use, and that's and then also one that's really great for this challenge in particular. But yeah, we now have to kind of slowly chip away at this level until we're basically almost full cleared it. All right, there we go. So now there's a hard challenge coming up. We have to play 1-5 again. We do not have our training wheels for this, as in adventure mode. And this is a low scoring challenge, which is a very infamous challenge type in Peggle speedrunning. We have to beat the level while staying under 150,000 points. So it's kind of a tough balance to deal between like having to play towards actually beating the level and playing towards not having like too many big shots that score a lot of points. Just this one is fine. It also helps that compared to what low score challenges can be, the scoring requirement of 150,000 is reasonably generous. I do... Alright, what I can do is freeball these. You don't get that many points for a freeball skill, so it should be good. Actually, don't need to freeball this probably. That's awkward. I don't want the point boost to be near the ending of the level. Because if if I combo into that after fever, then I lose instantly. Okay, there we go. With the bottom of with the bottom corner of the level, you can kind of funnel the ball into the outer bucket, so to avoid getting a big score bonus on that level, which is one of the ways in which this level is a bit generous. Anyways, now we are up against a second infamous challenge type, which is the duel. I take turns playing shots against a computer-controlled opponent, and highest score wins. Unfortunately, the CPU has like some insane prediction skills, and you can often see I go for like really zany shots that are just way too dank. It didn't this time, so we actually got to deal with the challenge nice and easily. That's nice. So we're back on the dank level, and we have to score 300,000 points starting from 7 balls. Which of course would have been a hard challenge if we didn't have these threats to help us out. So one more time for the big dopamine. There is a chance that I don't get this slide depending on the timing. All right, nice. We got it this time. All right, what I can do is this. There we go. It's not entirely free to get the point requirements. So I wanted to get the point boost on the last slide. And then here I can line up a long shot, maybe. Like this. Oh, nice. It counts as a super. It's very the game is very ungenerous with what counts as a super, as opposed to... I just did not pay attention. I went right for the 10k bucket like some duns. Oh well. Wait, I can't do this shot now because I got the super guide. That's slightly awkward. I have to make sure that I don't get a green on the first shot. Because it just so happens that the super guide actually affects the way keyboard taps work. So that in turn sort of changes how the shot's gonna pan out if we line it up. All right, this time we got much better points luck on the second shot. So I should be in much better shape. I am gonna hold off on this last slide though. I guess we should be good. Okay, so with this and the extra balls remaining, although I do need to actually hit this. There you go. And now we are for the last challenge. We have 1 ball to beat this challenge, and I realize that for this level you have to use a unique strat, and I forgot to warm it up. So hopefully I get this. So yeah, this looks like 1-1, but it's actually slightly edited to have more slides. So in some sense, the challenge is a bit easier than with most. than what it can be. Oh, that's not right. If I can hit this, there you go. Okay, now I need to line up this. There you go. And then one more. Time's gonna be when it sends me back to the main menu. So there you go, and time. Whew. That one was a bit scarier than what it can often be. So thankfully everything worked out reasonably well. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this game, then this game is free to download. The original link has been lost to the internet probably, but you can still find it on the speedrun.com page for this game. And yeah, if you enjoyed the speedrun, then maybe not this category, because it does tend out to be very hard, but 80% is just 10 levels, and it's a really cool it's a really fun and fast category. And yeah, that's gonna be it. If you enjoy Peggle, then there's then big shout outs to the Peggle community. There's a lot of great work going on there. And yeah, that's gonna be it then. So, yeah, goodbye.
All right, thank you for showing that amazing little run of Peggle. I love seeing that game. It's such a fun little puzzle game. Anyway, before we go into an intermission, I do have a €10 donation from Peltos that says, "Hey everyone, couldn't be there today, but we'll be enjoying the stream from home. Good luck to the runners and kill that Snotty," which is still in the lead, by the way, for the bid war for the next run, Pizza Tower. We're going into an intermission, and we'll be right back with that game, so stay tuned.